Hello dear students, today we are going to start our new chapter in this session. Chapter 4, Simple Equation. We all know what is equation. In this chapter, we are going to learn how to form equation from the given statement, how to write statements for the given equation, and how to solve equations. First of all, let us revise. First point is algebraic expressions. What is algebraic expressions? It is an expression involving constant, variable and some operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here one word is used, variable, constant, variable. Let us learn about these terms. What is variable? Variable is an unknown number which could have a different numerical value. It is called variable because it can vary. Variable can be represented by the letters A, B, C, P, M, N, X, Y, Z. We can use these letters to express variable, to represent variable. Here we have one picture. Here we have one diagram. To understand what is variable, what is constant, what is coefficient, and what is algebraic expression, and what is equation. You all are aware about the terms coefficient, variable, constant and expression. You have learned this in class 6. Now in class 7 we are going to learn about equation. Equation. What is equation? An equation is a condition on variable. It says that two expressions are equal. Here we have one example of variable 4x plus 5 equals to 6x minus 25. Here you can see two sides. 4x plus 5 is on the left hand side of equals to sign, and 6x plus minus 25 is on the right hand side of equals to. So in equation we have two sides, left hand side and right hand side. Here 4x plus 5 is our left hand side and 6x minus 25 is our right hand side. We can write LHS for left hand side and RHS for right hand side. Always remember there is an equality sign, sign of equals to in equation, and both the sides, left hand side and right hand side, the value of both the sides, left hand side and right hand side, remains the same. And third point to remember is, if we interchange left hand side to right hand side and right hand side to left hand side, the value remains the same. Now let us understand how to form equation from the given statement. Here we have 4 examples. Let us learn how to form equations from these examples. Number 1 is the sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. How to form equation? Always take middle part first. Here what is the middle part of this statement? 3 times x. So we will write 3 times x is 3x. Then take the statement, the sum of 3 times x and 11. So the sum of 3 times x and 11, that is 3x plus 11. And what is the answer? 32. So what will be the equation? The equation will be 3x plus 11 equals to 32. Now, second example. If you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, you get 7. Middle part is 6 times a number. We don't know which number. So we are taking variable z. Let us say that the number is z. 6 times a number, that means 6z. Then take this part. If you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, we know 6 times a number is 6z. Now subtracting 5 from 6z, we will get 6z minus 5. And what is the result? 7. So what will be the equation? 6z minus 5 equals to 7. In this way, you can form equation from the given statement. Try doing example 3 and 4. These examples are in your textbook, so you can refer the textbook. Next, we will learn how to write statement for the given equation. Example 2 is convert the following equation in statement form. Here we have first example, x minus 5 equals to 9. What we will write as a statement? Taking away 5 from x gives 9. Or you can write subtracting 5 from x, we get 9. You can write statement in different ways. You can use different words. Now example 2. 5p equals to 20. So what we will write as a statement? 5p, that means 5 times a number p is 20. And the third example, 3n plus 7 equals to 1. You can write multiply a number with 3 or 3 times a number added to 7 gives 1. Or you can write add 7 to 3 times n to get 1. In this way you can convert equation into statement forms. We know how to convert equations into statement forms and statement into equation. Now we will learn how to convert situation. Here one situation is given and we have to convert it into equation form. Example 3. Consider the following situation. Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. Raju's father is 44 years old. Set up an equation to find Raju's age. What I taught you in previous session, consider middle part first. Here we don't know what is Raju's age. So we will take variable y. You can take any variable x, y, z, a, b, c, small a, b, c, small x, y, z, small p, small m, small n, any variable. Here we are taking 5 years. What is Raju's age? Raju's age will be y years. Now 3 times Raju's age, that will be 3y years. Now his father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. We know 3 times Raju's age is 3y. 5 more than 3 times Raju's age. That means 3y plus 5. And we know Raju's father's age is 44 years. So what will be the equation? 3y plus 5 equals to 44. In this way you can set up an equation from the given situation. This is an equation in y. You can use any variable. When we solve this equation, we will get Raju's age. We will get to know what is Raju's actual age. How to solve equation we will learn afterwards. Let's have another example from your textbook. A shopkeeper sells mangoes in 2 types of boxes, one small and one large. A large box contains as many as 8 small boxes plus 4 loose mangoes. Set up an equation which gives the number of mangoes in each small box and the number of mangoes in a large box given to be 100. We know the number of mangoes in a large box is 100. Take middle part. We don't know how many mangoes does a small box contain. So let a small box contain m mangoes. Now a large box contain as many as 8 small boxes plus 4. So what will be the expression? 8m plus 4. But it is given that the number of mangoes in a large box is 100. So the equation will be 8m plus 4 equals to 100. In this way, you can set up an equation for the given situation. My dear students, you have learned how to form equation from the given statement and how to write statement for the given equation. Now here we will learn how to check whether the equation is satisfied or not. Here we have one question from exercise 4.1. Complete the last column of the table. Say whether the equation is satisfied or not. Let us learn how to check this. As you all know, in equation we have 2 sides. This is our left hand side and this one is our right hand side. We write left hand side as LHS and right hand side as RHS. If left hand side equals to right hand side, then equation is satisfied. Otherwise not. Look here, equation is given, value of variable is also given. What we have to do? We have to replace the variable with the value and check whether left hand side is equals to right hand side or not. Here, what is the value of x? 3. If we replace x by 3, 3 plus 3, is it 0? No, it is not 0. So this equation is not satisfied. Let's have another sum. Here we have x minus 7 equals to 1. What is the value of x? 7. So we will replace x by 7. 7 minus 7. Is it equals to 1? No. It's not equals to 1. So this equation is not satisfied. Third one. 5x equals to 25. Here, what is the value of x? 0. We will replace x by 0. So 5 multiplied by 0, we will put in bracket, equals to 25. Is it equals to 25? 5 zeros are 0. It is not equals to 25. Here, left hand side is not equals to right hand side. So, we will write no. Next sum is about division. M divided by 3 or M upon 3 equals to 2. Here, what is the value of M? M equals to minus 6. Let's do the sum. Minus 6 upon 3 equals to 2. Yes or no? 3 2s are 6, but it is minus, negative, so it is not equals to 2. So this equation is not satisfied. Let's have the last sum. M upon 3 equals to 2. We will replace M by 6. 6 upon 3 equals to 2 or not? We have to check. 3 2s are 6. Yes. Here left hand side equals to right hand side. So this equation is satisfied. In this way you can do these sums. You can check whether the equation is satisfied or not. Now let's solve question 2. Check whether the value given in the brackets is the solution to the given equation or not. Here also we have to check left hand side is equals to right hand side or not. Look, what is the left hand side? This one is left hand side. N plus 5. And what is right hand side? That is 19. What is the value of n? 1. So we will replace n by 1. Let's check. 1 plus 5. That is 6. So we got 6 on left hand side. And right hand side is 19. So here left hand side is not equals to right hand side. So n equals to 1 is not a solution of the given equation. In this way you can check whether the brackets, values given in the brackets is a solution to the given equation or not. Let's have another sum. Number C. 7n plus 5 equals to 19. Here value of n is 2. So we will replace n by 2. Which is our left hand side? This one. Left hand side equals to 7n plus 5. And what is right hand side? Which one is right hand side? This one. On right hand side we have 19. Now let's write the value of n. Here value of n is 2. We will replace n by 2. So 7 into 2. I am placing these numbers in the bracket. Plus 5. 7 2s are 14. 14 plus 5, which is 19. Yes, we got 19 on both the sides, left hand side and right hand side. So here left hand side is equals to right hand side. So you can write n equals to 2 is a solution of the given equation. In this way, you can solve all the sums of this question. Replace the variable with the given value, then do the calculation of left hand side, and then check whether left hand side is equals to right hand side or not. If left hand side is equals to right hand side, then the given bracket is the solution of given equation. If left hand side is not equals to right hand side, then the value given in the bracket is not a solution of the given equation. Question 3. Solve the following equation by trial and error method. What to do in trial and error method? We will replace this variable with different numbers. We will try to find out solution. After trying to put different numbers in place of variable, we will replace this variable with different numbers. Let's do the solution. First, we will try putting 1. Putting P equals to 1 in LHS, left hand side. So 5 into 1. We'll write this number in the bracket to remove the confusion. Plus 2 equals to, solve this, 5 ones are 5 plus 2 is 7. Is it equals to right hand side? Is it equals to 17? No, it is not equals to right hand side. This was our first attempt. We did not get the solution. Now let's try with second attempt. Putting P equals to 2 in LHS. On left hand side we will put 2. P equals to 2. 5 into 2 plus 2. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 is not equals to right hand side. So move on 3. Number 3. Putting P equals to 3 in left hand side. 5 multiplied by 3 plus 2. 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 2, 17. Yes, we got the solution. We have 17 on right hand side. So this is 17 is equals to right hand side. So P equals to 3 is a solution of the given equation. In this way, you can solve the equations by trial and error method. Question 4. Write equation for the following statements. Here, statements are given and we have to form the equation. Remember, my dear, whenever you need to form equations, read the statements carefully and understand it. It is very easy, but you need to read the statements carefully and understand. First statement is the sum of numbers x and 4 is 9. Look, sum of number x plus 4. What we need to do? We need to add sum. Add x and 4. X plus 4. What is the sum? The sum is 9. So equals to 9. This is our equation. X plus 4 equals to 9. Next. 2 subtracted from y is 8. 2 subtracted from which variable? Y. Here don't be confused. Don't write 2 minus y. 2 subtracted from y. That means y minus 2. What is the answer? Answer is 8. So our equation is y minus 2 equals to 8. Seventh statement. 1/4 of a number x minus 4 gives 4. Read this first. 1/4 of a number x. That means 1/4 into x, which is x upon 4, minus 4. Minus 4 gives 4. The answer is 4. So here we got the equation x upon 4 minus 4 equals to 4. Next, ninth one. If you add 3 to 1/3 of z, first of all, find out 1/3 of z here. Then add 3. Then you will get 30. 1/3 of z is z upon 3. Now add 3 to 1/3 of z. We'll add 3. What we will get? 30 on right hand side. So what is the equation? Z upon 3 equals to 30. In this way, you can write the equations for the given statements. Question 5. Write the following equation in statement forms. In question 4, we have learned how to convert statements into equation. Here, we have to do reverse process. We have to convert equation in statement forms. Very easy. Let's convert it. Here first equation is p plus 4 equals to 15. So what we can write? The sum of p and 4 is 15. You can use other words also, that p added to 4 gives 15. That is also correct answer. Second, 2m equals to 7. First, write the statement for this. Twice a number m is 7. You can write m multiplied by 2 gives 7. That is also correct answer. Number 4. M divided by 5 equals to 3. What will be the statement? 1/5 of a number, which variable is used? M. is 3. You can write m divided by 5 gives 3. You can convert the equation and statement in different ways. Seventh one, 4p minus 2 equals to 18. So we will write 2 subtracted from 4 times the number p is 18. 2 subtracted from 4 times the number p is 18. In this way you can convert equation in statement forms. Question 6. Set up an equation in the following cases. Here some word problems are given and we have to set equation for the following cases. Number 1. Irfan says that he has 7 marbles, more than 5 times the marbles Parmeet has. Irfan has 37 marbles. Now how to set equation? First decide which variable we are going to use. Here we will use m to be the number of Parmeet's marble. So what we will write? Let's write the solution. Let Parmeet has m marbles. We don't know the number of marbles which Parmeet has. So we are guessing that Parmeet has m marbles. Now 5 times the marble Parmeet has. So 5 into number of marbles Parmeet has, that is 5m. Now Irfan has 7 marbles, more than 5 times the marbles Parmeet has. So number of marbles Irfan has equals to, look, 7 marbles more than 5 times the marble Parmeet has. We got 5 times the marble Parmeet has, that is 5m. 7 more. So what we will do? We will add 7. Irfan has 37 marbles. Here we know Irfan has 37 marbles. So what will be the equation? 5m plus 7 equals to 37. In this way you can set up an equation for the word problems. Read the words used in the word problem properly and stepwise solve it. Let's have another sum. In an isosceles triangle, the vertex angle is twice either base angle. Let the base angle be b degrees. Here we will use variable b. Remember that the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Let's solve it. An isosceles triangle, we know that isosceles triangle have two angles of same measurement. So isosceles triangles equals to two angles of equal measurement. Now again read the word problem. The vertex angle is twice either base angle. We know vertex angle is double than the base angle, any of the base angle. But what is the measurement of base angle, that we don't know. So we will use variable for that. Let base angle be B. Vertex angle is twice, means double than base angle. So what will be the answer? 2B. Suppose this is our isosceles triangle. This is vertex angle and these are base angles. Now, what is the sum of all the three angles of a triangle? It is 180 degree. So, what will be the equation? We have two base angles. So, B plus B plus one vertex angle, that is 2B, equals to 180 degree. B plus B, 2B. 2B plus 2B, 4B. So 4B equals to 180 degree. This is our equation. Setting up an equation is very easy. You just need to read the words used in the problem or in the sum. Read it carefully and then turn by turn convert it into equation. In this way you can set up an equation for the following cases.